Hi everyone, my name is Arwani and welcome to another episode of Personal Development for Professionals. Now, I've announced in the last episode that I'm changing the series name from Personal Development with Arwani to Personal Development for Professionals. So, since I made that announcement, I've been getting some questions like, so when you say professionals, does this mean that you are not catering for me anymore? Who exactly are the professionals that you are referring to? And I think the biggest question that I got is, Arwani, what is a professional? What is a professional? So I just thought to myself, maybe I should do a video about that. What do I mean when I say professionals? What is a professional? Do you consider yourself a professional? Let's get into that. And maybe before we get into that, I just want to remind you, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to also tap on the bell icon so that you can be notified every time I post a video. So, about professionals. What is a professional? What do you think is a professional? Maybe go ahead and post up a comment with your own definition of what a professional is. By all means, please, let's avoid dictionary definitions. I would like to hear from you. What do you understand by the word a professional? So I'm gonna keep it simple. And like I've said, guys, this is my own definition. It might differ from what you're gonna read in the dictionaries. It might differ from what you may get from other sources. This is what I mean by professionals. So growing up, I used to watch a lot of movies. I must confess, I watched a lot of movies. And, in many movies, you'd hear people keeping on saying, you know what, I'm a professional. And every time that person said, I'm a professional in whatever it is that they're doing, whether it is a sport, whether it's anything, they are at work or they seemed, so to me it seemed like they were saying they are a cut above the rest. They take what they do seriously. It's not all fun and games. In what they do, they are professionals. They are professional about it. And growing up, that's what I associated the meaning of professionalism. Being serious about what you do, taking it serious. Not playing around with it, but taking it serious. So when I say personal development for professionals, I'm actually referring to anyone, every single person that wakes up in the morning and goes to a place of work. Whether you are going to play sports, I regard you as a professional. You wake up in the morning, you are going to your place of work is the sports field. I regard you as a professional. Whether you wake up in the morning and you go to a job, it can be an office job, maybe you're a dentist, or maybe you're an office assistant, or whatever it is. If you wake up in the morning and you report to a job, I regard you as a professional. It can be anything, guys. Whether you wake up in the morning and you are reporting to your own business, I regard you as a professional. So that's basically what I mean by professionals. Anyone that wakes up in the morning and goes to a place of work, a place where they go to earn a living. And I use the word professional because I want us to take what we do seriously. I want us to take what we do seriously. Now, my question to you is, do you regard what you do as a profession? Do you regard it do you regard yourself as professional? And I'm here to say to you, what? I think you need to start regarding it as such so that you can, you can see what you do differently. Your attitude towards what you do can be a bit different. So let me make an example. Say you okay, I'm in the mining industry, by the way, so maybe let me just make an example. In the mining industry, it's just like any other construction industry and so on. So in my industry, not everyone dresses formally, and We more of work clothes, as in overalls, personal protective equipment, PPE. We more on that side. So sometimes people tend to get a bit casual about how they do things, And for me, an example is now someone that may see themselves as a professional might decide, you know what, I know that in my workplace, I don't have an office, first of all. I know that in my workplace, I don't have an office. I don't report to an office. When I get to work, I change into overalls and my protective equipment. I know that there is no one reporting to me. um, I'm maybe still at the lowest level of work. It doesn't mean that you cannot be professional about it. I mean, even though you are still there, you can make sure that at your workplace, in your working station, whether it is underground, whether it is on site, wherever that it is that you work, you can keep your area clean because you are a professional. Everything in your area, the good housekeeping is always top notch. Why? Because you are a professional. You are serious about what you do. If you work with tools, your tools will always be arranged in a particular order because you are a professional and you respect your job. You don't just play around with that stuff. Your working clothes look a certain way. I almost want to say this: they look maybe better than the next guy. Why? Because you are a professional. um, you come to work always on time, or 5 minutes before. You're always there ready for anything. Why? Because you are a professional. You take what you do seriously. You're not the kind of guy to give excuses. Why? You're a professional. I mean, I can go on and on and on and on. I feel that when you start thinking yourself as a professional, you start taking yourself seriously, you start taking your work seriously, and you approach it differently. And it is that different approach that will actually help you climb that ladder. It is that different approach that will actually help you learn more skills. It is that different approach that will make you more approachable. It will make you more visible to people that can potentially help grow your career. Just be professional. Be professional. Regard yourself as a professional. And this series, Personal Development for Professionals, is for you. You that is listening to this right now, this is for you. And for me, my goal is to make sure that by the end of this year, by the end of 2022, there has been a change, a change in your career. There has been a positive one, there's been an improvement in your career, one that is very, very visible, a significant improvement in your career, in whatever it is that you do. And yeah, again, if you would like, maybe comment on what it is that you do, and let's have fun with it. Let's see who's doing what, and also maybe where you would want to see yourself at the end of 2022. This is what you do right now, and this is where you'd want to see yourself at the end of 2022. So in a nutshell, that for me is what a professional is. And I'm saying I would like you to start seeing yourself as a professional, taking yourself seriously and taking your work seriously. So here's another funny thing that happens. When you start to take yourself and your work seriously, people around you are going to react. Some may react positively, some may react negatively. Now, let's start with the negative reactions, because those are the reactions that most of the time bring us down, and they prevent us from making this change, from just seeing our jobs as something that is casual to a professional, to this professional work. I was making an example of changing the way you dress, or changing the setup of your workspace. So say you were a guy that was always, you're working in an office, you were a guy that would just rock up to work in a golf shirt, untucked, maybe a pair of jeans and some sneakers and so on. then you decide, you know what, other professionals in my line of work are actually coming in wearing t-shirts, white t-shirts, properly ironed, tucked in, formal pants, chinos, and some shoes. And you decide, you know what, I want to start taking myself seriously. I want to be a part of that. Then you change your dress code and you start dressing up like that. A negative reaction from people around you would be that the people that maybe you used to hang out with, who were most probably dressing the same way as you used to dress, may start calling you names. You know, they might start saying maybe you think you're better than them, that's why you're dressing like that now. Some may make fun of you, saying, oh, you know what, look who's starting to dress like what now, and all of that stuff. So those around you, the group that you used to be with, may actually start making fun of you. They may throw jokes around and whatever. Some may even start distancing themselves. They may start distancing themselves from you because of the perception that you think you're better than them, which is not entirely true. You don't think you're better than them. You just take yourself seriously. That's all. It's not about you thinking you're better than anyone else around you, but it's about you taking yourself and what you do serious enough to come to your place of work dressed in a professional way, you know. So that can be the negative reaction. Now the positive reaction is people that didn't notice you before will start noticing you as well. As much as those people that you used to hang out with are noticing you, even those people that you didn't hang out with will start noticing you as well. They'll start seeing the change. You know, you may attract more people towards you, and in attracting more people, who knows, maybe you can attract people that have the potential to improve your career, to improve your work life. You never know. You never know. But small things such as changing the way you dress can go a long way. A long way. You know, when a senior person sees that this guy is actually dressing and he's actually taking himself serious, it may seem that maybe you are actually ready for some serious work, and more serious work might start coming your way, and before you know it, you might find that you find yourself in a higher position. Now I know that sounds simple. I know you're thinking, well, Arwani, do you think just by changing the way I dress, it could make me a manager someday? I don't know, but try it. Try it. It might not make you a manager someday, but it can definitely get you closer. You know, so I'm not saying only focus on the way you dress. Okay, I mean focus on anything that is necessary to make you look more professional. Anything that is necessary, not necessarily to make you look professional, but to make you professional. Because why? You are a professional, you know. You are a professional. You are a professional. Act like one. Behave like one. Understand the attitude of a professional. And go out there and be a professional. So to all you professionals out there, I hope I'll be seeing more and more and more of you throughout this series. My aim is to upload a video each and every week, and each video would actually be building on from the last video. And the aim of all these videos, as I've said, is to make sure that by the end of 2022, this community has actually grown to a higher level, to the next level, within our careers, within our professional lives. And please, I'm encouraging everyone to keep on posting comments, because it is comments that is just gonna help this channel grow bigger. It's gonna help me understand what is on your mind. It's gonna be feedback to me to understand your thoughts about all the topics that we share in here, also your suggestions and also questions, you know. And also you can also post up future topics, future things that you'd want us to talk about. And maybe before I leave, I would also like to ask you that if you know of any more professionals out there, I mean, if this video has helped you or has brought some insight to your life, then it definitely means it can help someone else. So I'm asking that just share it with that particular person, be it a friend, be it a neighbor, be it a colleague, be it a family member. Share it. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to tap on the bell icon so that you can be notified about on any future update, any future upload that I'm gonna be doing. And yeah, let's grow this community together. To all the professionals out there, I'll be seeing you again next week. And yes, let's continue to grow. Let's take what we do seriously. Let's take ourselves seriously, and you'll see what a long way that will go. Thank you.